Hi everyone, it's Mother's Day in Australia this weekend, and today I'm going to show you how to make 2 different Mother's Day cards for your mum. Okay, so here we go. We'll get started on my mum's Mother's Day card. Hopefully, oh, go away doggy. Right, let's get some water on the brush, get some colour on the brush, lots of colour on the brush. And what we'll do is we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 dots there, and maybe a bit down, a bit further. We'll just do in a semicircle. Oops. Let's try and make a dot, 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 dot. That'll do. Okay, now I'm going to put some water on the brush. Just make sure there's plenty of paint here. Okay, put some water on the brush and spread those petals out. So just put it down lightly first, then press the brush down and then lift it up. Okay, lightly press it down, lift, light, press it down, lift. Oh, didn't lift that one very well. And this one here, light, press it down, lift. Okay, I think we could probably do with a couple more. Put another one there. Oh. Try and get some saturated paint there. You want to keep to odd numbers. You don't sort of want even numbered petals. It just looks nicer. One there, and let's put one there. Okay, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, a bit more water. Let's bring it out. So press, lift. A bit more water. Just tap, press it down a bit and lift it. Oh, let's get over this way. Tap, press, lift. And tap, press, lift. Oh. Now look at these sort of like went a bit blunt at the ends, and that's okay. There's a couple over here that aren't quite as big as the others. You can go back in and just spread them out a bit further. Try and make them a bit more uniform. And there we go. And then I'm thinking, because we've doubled the amount of petals almost on the other one, we'll just put a few more on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Well, because we're only showing half the flower, I'm sure that'll be fine. Okay, so again, tap it down, press it down a bit, lift. Tap it down, press it, oops, lift. I think I've done these far too close together. And that's, what happens sometimes when you're doing a little bit of art. Things don't go to plan, and that's fine. Just work around them. Bit more water, tap, oh, let's get it there. Spread it out and lift it up. Oh, wasn't a lot of paint there, was there? Let's a bit more paint in it. In fact, I probably should have done these separately, but anyway, because it's starting to dry already. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to just move these in a bit because they're not sort of sitting where I want them to sit. There we go. Okay, now, I'm not quite happy with that. Yeah, just all you need to do is fix them up if they're not quite how you want them. And now let's see, there should be some brown over here. Let's go with put a bit of brown in the middle. So a few little brown dots around. few brown dots around here. Try not to touch it too much. Probably have a bit too much water on there actually. Go back. Might let that dry a bit. Here we go. In fact, I'm not really happy with that colour. I want it a bit darker actually. Can I just do a bit more water, a bit more paint, a few more dark dots around. So this is just a very, very simple idea for Mother's Day, a Mother's Day card. Because if you're anything like me, you've had the present for weeks and then you don't think about a card until the last minute. And then I always sort of like resent the fact that cards usually end up in the bin anyway. And by the time you pay for the wrapping and the card, well, sometimes it's almost as much as the gift. So let's put a little bit of orange in there too. A little bit of orange. And then we might put just a little bit of yellow. So I'm just washing my brush, give it a little bit of a wipe off. See if I can get a bit of, because I don't want too much water on there. And a little bit of yellow around the place. Okay, I'd really like a bit more darker colour around here, but I'd probably have to wait till it dries a bit. And actually I might add a few really dark, maybe blackish dots in there with a pen and a permanent marker. Okay, so we want some green for get some water on there, some green for some stems. These petals are still quite wet, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I try not to touch them too much with the stem. Let's do a bit of a leaf. And leaf here. Okay, and the stem for this one. Where will the stem come out? Come out probably over here. Oh no, look what I've done. Ah! And so you just press a little bit, press more, make it a bit wriggly, and come back over. Now that one's a bit too transparent for my liking. Add a little bit more colour in. Actually, I don't mind too much how that's blended. Okay, and there is one very simple Mother's Day card. Now, if I move that, I have to be very careful because it's quite wet and I don't want those colours to run all over the place. So I'll just move it very carefully because I have to make two Mother's Day cards, one for my mum and one for my mother-in-law. So let's put that one aside. There. And here's some more paper. Let's try another idea. Okay, so I'll get that green off my brush in the water, give it a wipe with some paper towel. I don't know if you can see here, but I've got some paper towel over at the side and a water bucket. Oh, I just dropped a brush on the floor. Better get that before the dogs grab it and turn it into a toothpick. Okay, here we go. Right, so what we might do is, I've got a wet brush, we might go a little bit of, let's start with some pink. A little bit of pink. If we go oh gosh, need a bit more water on that brush. I obviously dried it too much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we might get in here. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe up the top. You think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's add a little bit of yellow with them. So I'm going to put some yellow on the brush. I don't know that you can actually see what I'm doing here. I can't see what I'm doing in the camera, but I'm just getting some yellow onto the brush. And let's just put it around in there. Whoop. A bit more. Put it sort of next to the pink. And then we will put some water on our brush and let's start here. Oh, I like that effect. Oh. So what we're doing, we're just putting a bit of water on the brush and making a swirl one way and one the other way to make the petals. And this one as well. And then a bit more water for this top one. Now this one looks like it's going to look like it's going off the side of the card, I think. Yep. Same with here. That one didn't have a lot of paint in it. Maybe we should have put a bit more here. There we go. A bit more red too. There we go. So that's the problem. But if you do them, don't do them one at a time, the paint starts to dry. And it's not even hot weather, which is odd. I think it's absorbing into the paper quite a bit actually. And here we go. So this is watercolor paper. I think it's 300 something or other on the paper, on the watercolor pad. So it is really nice textured watercolor paper. Now I'm not liking the way that is, so I'm just going to add a bit more of the red and a bit more of the yellow into it. Push it around a bit. Some more water. And a bit more water. Oops. Yeah, here we go. Let's put a bit more colour into that one as well. And this one here. So let's go with maybe a browny colour in that middle. I think we can sort of like spreading. Should have waited. So me trying to get it done in one sitting. Okay, so let's get some. Oh, I don't like what's happened there either. Let's go over here. There we go. So just you know, make it. That's the beauty of flowers. They don't have to be perfect. It can be more representational. It's just representing a flower. Okay, I don't like that there. Let's make this one a bit fatter. There we go. Yep. Okay, we get some green happening. 4 green stems. Some leaves. Make it go off to the side. Whoop. And we'll go. Bit more paint there. Now this is just a watercolor set and some watercolor papers, but you could use just, you know, copy machine paper, printer paper. You know, if you've got a sketchbook, you could be using that. And if you don't have watercolour paint, you could just, if you've got some acrylic paint, you could water that down. What I've said before in my, what was it, for Valentine's Day instructional, you could even, you know, if worst comes to worst, go to the kitchen and get out your vegetable dye, your food colouring, and just use that, you know, straight from the bottle. Just be careful, don't spill it, because, you know what happens with food colouring. It never ends well. Okay, so I don't mind that. Let's splatter a bit of green around. Now, we do need some darker in that middle, and I put it on while it was too wet, being a bit impatient. So let's go back and put a bit of dark in there. Yeah, it still looked a bit wet. Can I blow it? Trying to get it dry. Oops, poke the camera with my paint brush. I'm trying to get some of that paint colour up, but it does not want to come. There we go. And then let's put a little bit of red in amongst it as well. Now, what type of flowers are these? No idea. It's just representational. So it doesn't have to be a particular flower. You just want it to look pretty for your mum. Let's do a little bit of splatter with that red colour. And this is why I put this tray down over my table. And that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I wish I'd brought over something to wipe this up. Okay, so there's that one. Where's the other one? Let's bring it back over. Got paint everywhere. Let's see how the other one's going. Oh, still not quite dry yet. Should have been a bit more careful. Okay, so I'll get a bit more of that red and flick that around as well. I think it just dresses it up a little bit. There we go. Two very, very simple Mother's Day card ideas, or you could use them for anything actually. Thank you cards, you know, goodbye cards, happy birthday, anything really. Depends on what you want to write on it, I suppose. Yeah, so why pay for cards when it's that simple to make something pretty? And, you know, you can tell a person, well, you made it yourself, and it doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Just quick and easy. Once it's dry, open it up right inside, and there you go, you have your cards. And I think they are much more likely to be appreciated when it's come from the heart. Maybe look, if you want to, you know, if you want to, you can look on the internet and look up a lovely poem or a verse to put inside, or just a simple thank you and heartfelt comments, or, you know, add a little story, you know, about the person, or why you love them, or why you appreciate them. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. Cards, it's just that easy. I don't know how many minutes has gone by, and I've made two. Sorry guys, I switched the phone around. This next bit is sideways. Okay, so now these the paint is dried on these cards. I thought I'd come in with a pen and just do some dots, because I couldn't get it to go dark enough with the paint last night. So I just thought I'd come in, do a couple of little dots here and there. And then I think this is a narrow tip down here. let's just roughly outline some of the petals. And it doesn't have, don't be too careful about it. I think it looks more artily to sort of like just go very quickly and roughly outline like that. Just to give a bit of separation to the petals. See how fast I'm doing it? Don't be too careful and precious about it, because I think the rougher it is sometimes, the better it looks. Hoping you can see that there on the video. There we go. A little bit more there. Yeah, I quite like that. Should we go around these? Yeah, let's go around here as well. And there we go. Okay, so that's that one, and we might just write Mum on this one. Mum, Mother. It would have probably been a good idea just to put a bit of card over a section and tape it down with some masking tape and just leave a spot to write Mum, but Mum or Mother. I'll just write, how we go. Mum. So there's that one. I'm quite happy with that one. I won't write Mum on this one. It's for my my husband's mother, my mother-in-law, and she's Greek, so we'll probably work out how to write it in Greek, because I don't write Greek, and put it down there for her, and then write a special message inside. But oh yes, I will go over the flowers there for her though. Pardon me. So I've just got this, what is it, Mart dual tip marker, so I might use the finer one just to go around the flowers. Oops, made a little mistake there, but I mean, in the scheme of things, that won't show up that much. It's all good. Oops, a mistake there as well. Oh well. Sometimes the more precious you are about things, the less interesting it looks. I was looking at these yellow flowers and I thought they look a little bit like orchids, don't they? Which is interesting, because I didn't mean for them to look like orchids, it's just that's the way they've turned out. I think I might use the other end of the marker and just put a few little black dots in amongst there. Okay, we go over the leaves. Yeah, let's go over the leaves. So as you can see here, even if you aren't arty, it is quite easy to make beautiful greeting cards for your loved ones and your friends, and just give it a go yourself. Yeah, I quite like the effect of that. So there they are, two beautiful cards. I'm going to use them for Mother's Day, but you could use them for any occasion. Very simple, very easy. You don't need really any art skills, just some basic paper and some watercolors. If you're doing it on photocopy paper, you might find with a lot of water with the watercolors that your paper crinkles up. So just put it under a cloth on the ironing board and give it a cool iron just to flatten it back out. But watercolor paper is a lot nicer to paint on with watercolors. Anyway, well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and get started, get out there, make your own cards, because it's lots of fun. People appreciate it more, and it costs a lot less money too, I think. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to help support my channel. Thank you. Bye for now.